Now it is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So this raisin and gums, you might have seen a sticky substance, like a kind of the milky color. Then this one, this thing, they are what? They are the raisin and the gum. See, this one, the latex also. These are the waste products. So raisin, gums, latex, they are what? The waste, and they just excrete them out. That is why in plants you seen that releasing. So it is because they do not require them. So that is what the excretion in plants. So points to remember: to get rid of excretory products, plants use the following way. So they will be using a different way. The first thing, they will be storing the waste products in the vacuoles. Second thing, they will be losing the leaf by falling it down. Then third thing, the waste products are such as resins and gums. They will be stored in the non-functional xylem. Non-functional xylem means the xylem which is old. There they will be storing the resin and gums. Then some waste products such as tannin and resins and gums are stored in the bark, thereby removed by peeling. So if we remove that bark, then we can remove this resin, tannins, and the gums also. Then through the roots also they will be releasing the waste substances, then extra water by the process of the transpiration, and the oxygen through the stomata it will be removed. So that is about the excretion in plants. So we are done with the whole chapter. Now, children, anything if you have, you can ask. And turn on your video, children. All the videos are off now. Yes.
Ma'am, how much time it would take to for dialysis treatment?
It depends actually, how much the waste has been generated in the body. So before it, they will be checking actually in the patient. And minimum it is, 2.5 to 3 hours will be there minimum.
And how many liters of blood do we have?
How much liter of?
Blood
Yeah.
do we have in our body?
Do we have in our body? We have 4.6, 6.4. It depends upon person to person. In my body, it is less actually. I should have actually 12, but I have only just 9.
Ma'am, like
So,
the
hmm,
process happens, right, ma'am? So, how often do you have to visit the doctor? Like, for example,
after every 3 days. After every 3 days.
after every 3 days.
After every 3 days, it is compulsory because they cannot, they cannot wait much. If they wait much, then what happens? The toxin will be created high in amount. So that you might have seen in our body also. If we try to control ourselves, then what happens? We will not be able to control, and we feel like something is leaking, something is happening in our body. Same way, they will be trying to control. So that is the reason in 2 or on the 2nd or the 3rd day they have to visit it. Compulsory. Yes, Sumit, you have joined now. So what you can do, you can just go through the previous recordings and all. And if in case you have any doubt, you can just let me know. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you might have gone through all those things till now or
Ma'am,
no?
no, ma'am.
Just go through them. It is very, very important. Go through. It is given under the content. Okay, go through them.
Ma'am,
Okay.
and all the PDFs are
Hmm.
not visible now. For me at least.
All the PDFs are not visible to any one of them right now. So it will be taking a day time. Okay, so then it will be visible to you all. The videos, whatever the contents are there, it is not visible. To me also, it is not visible. Fine, so it will be taking a day time. So this life process chapter is very, very important. Nutrition in plants, nutrition in animals, respiration in plants, respiration in animals, transportation in plants, or which means circulation in humans, then transportation in plants, excretion in plants, excretion in animals. These all topics are very, very important. Fine, so make sure that you learn them, you understand them, and whatever we did is complete them. Today I'll be sharing some of the PPTs. Let me share in the group itself so that what happened, you can go through them for the respiration topic, for the transportation topic, and for the excretion topic. These three topics, PPT, I'll share you on the group. And during the exam time, you make sure that you read from that and then go for the exam. Okay, because each and everything it is given there in that PPT. The very, very important parts, important notes and all, everything is given there. Apart from that, in few days, maybe in this week time, I'll be uploading notes also for the whole chapter. And whatever we did in the class already, I have uploaded everything, right? Time by time, I'll be uploading the things. So make sure that you keep on checking your content under my which is right. Now, next chapter, what do you want me to start with? Yes, which chapter, Aryan, you want me to start with? Moksha, which
Next
chapter do you
chapter.
want to start with? Am I audible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Aryan, which chapter?
Next chapter, ma'am. After this chapter
Yeah,
now.
which, which chapter should I start?
Ma'am, now I don't have the textbook, ma'am. I kept it up, ma'am.
Coordination. Ma'am.
Control and coordination. Moksha, which chapter do I need to start?
Control and coordination.
Ionija?
Ma'am, any chapter.
Anyone is okay. Kashvi, you have any particular chapter you want me to suggest?
Ma'am, control and coordination only.
Okay, Abhira, do
Because
you have
it
any
is
chapter
going
to
in,
suggest? It is going?
it's going on in school also. So
That's the reason I will not start it. So I won't be starting the control and coordination. See, if I talk about the weightage, the first chapter is the life process. The second chapter is how do organisms reproduce. Okay, so I'll be jumping to the how do organisms reproduce, and after that heredity, after that control and coordination, I'll be moving with. Right. So according to the weightage, I will be moving. I'm not going to move according to your class thing because class syllabus will be keep on going, right? So our main thing is the board exam, right? So we have to score there. So that's the reason I'll be starting with the how do organism reproduce. Sudhamshu, Meher, Abhigya, and Sumuk, why your videos are off? And Aryan also, why your videos are off? Sumuk, turn on your video. Yeah. Abhigya, Aryan, Siddhi, Meher, turn on your video. Chapter 2 is better. See, it's not about the better and the worst. It's about the weightage.
ma'am,
So,
how much weightage does it have?
the
This
chapter
chapter,
how to
control and
organize
no control
control
and
and
coordination.
coordination is basically your 5 marks, 4 to 5 marks it comes. And the question which they ask, are every time the twist and turn. So whatever you read, might be it will come, might not be it will come. And the chapter, if I talk about how the organism reproduce, every time the same type of questions they're asking. So it's better to work on that chapter, which is very much scoring and easy also, rather than working for the chapter, which is a little complicated as well as not so scoring also. Fine. So talking about the how do organism reproduce, who will be defining what is reproduction? Sumuk, will you do that? What is reproduction? I think that you might have, I think, learned in the class 7th also, right? By the name chapter reproduction in plants. Just the definition of it. Yes, Sumuk.
Ma'am, in
Definition of
plants,
the reproduction.
in plants and unicellular organisms, just creating a replica of them and multiplying themselves in
In the plants you're
order
talking
to
about, right?
replace
Multiplying them.
in order to replace the old cells.
Okay, so in order to replace the old cells or the old species, what do? They just multiply or they create their own replica. That is what you are saying is the reproduction.
Yes, ma'am. Also in
And
unicellular organisms.
don't you think it is a cloning? What you are saying? Cloning, making the replica.
Sort of,
Yes,
yes.
Riti. What is cloning?
Ma'am, making the
It is
exact
more of like what you are saying to
Making the exact
Making
copy
the exact
of an organism.
making the exact copy, right? Are we doing that process of cloning in our body? Are we doing that cloning process in our body? Kashmir is saying no. Anyone of you is saying yes, that we are doing the cloning process in our body?
No.
No, okay, no, we are not doing. But we are doing the replication in our body. Do you know that? We are doing the replication. It means we are making the replica actually. So our body is trying to make the exact cloning, but it is not happening. That is why doing, they are making the replica. Like in your school, it might happen, right? Your teacher will be giving you some of the Xerox copy of material, right? So from her original copy, when they give you the Xerox, what happened? Is it the same or little bit changes will be there in the replica of that?
Almost
Tell me,
same.
children. Almost same?
Similar.
Almost same, but yes, almost same. But what happened? You will be getting somewhere, black marks, black kinds of lines you will be getting,
Similar.
black patches you will be getting, right? Similar. So it will be not exact same, but yes, a kind of similar it will be. Same thing is happening in our body during the time of the sexual intercourse. What is happening? The DNA will be there, right? Deoxyribonucleic acid will be there. So what has to be done? The same copy of that has to be made, right? Replication has to be done. But during the making of that copy, the DNA copy, what happens? Some or the other changes happens, right? Though they are trying to make the exact copy. Like I have the hand. I am trying to get the Xerox of this exact my hand. But what happened? The machine will be creating some of the maybe black patches somewhere. Okay. Same way, when we have the DNA in our body, the replica has to be done for that DNA so that the one DNA can be in the body of the mother and the second DNA she can pass to whom? To the child. And during that replication part, what happened? Some changes are there, and those changes, it creates what? Year by year, generation by generation. What does it create? Have you ever heard the word variation?
Yes.
What is variation? What is variation? Normal meaning of the variation.
Varieties.
Varieties. In this case, the variation, the bioterm variation does not mean the variety, but differences or the changes. Okay. So what happened when they try to replicate the DNA? Some changes happen or some differences happen in that second copy. Now these differences, like for example, now me myself, I'm there. Okay, I have given birth. Okay, now during that time the DNA has passed. So my both the kids are somehow similar to me and somehow not similar to me. Right now, similarity is okay, but not somehow similar. What happens now? When they will grow up, they'll get married, they will have the sexual intercourse, then they will give birth to the child, right? During that time, what happened? Their own changes plus the second change, what they are going to have, those will get mixed. Now, how many changes happened? Two changes. Now, after that, the third generation will be there. They also will be undergoing the same process, right? So, generation by generation, what happened? Every time, small changes are being passed from one to the other. Before I had maybe letter one. Now, what happened? Along with the letter one, the letter two also has joined. Then, next time, one, two, three have joined together. The next time, one, two, three, four, all they have joined together. So like this, generation by generation, every generation, some or the other changes are happening in our body. And because of that, after so many years, evolution will occur. Right? What is evolution now? The formation of new species. You might be knowing you might have studied in your social studies, or we all have come from which animal? Chimpanzees, right? Chimpanzees. So if you see the structure of them, the gorillas, the chimpanzees, all those, what you will be able to notice how they were, and then later on, slowly and gradually, they were converted due to those kind of changes. They were converted into humans. The same thing is happening. We are also like, I am feeling like I am normal. You are feeling like you are normal. Then your kids also will be feeling like normal. But actually, what is happening? Small small changes are getting together with each other. And ultimately, after so many years, after millions of years, what happened? Some other species will be there because of these changes. So that is what the evolution is. Right? So that is what is happening during the reproduction process. So while copying the DNA, the replica of DNA, when we are copying it, what happens? Small changes are happening, and because of this, variation will occur. The changes will occur. And this variations year by year, they will join together and they form the new species. And this process is called as the evolution. Yeah, Pranay, you want to ask something?
Yes, ma'am. Like you're saying that the evolution is gonna happen, and then like there are gonna be changes in kids, right? Though sometimes what happens is, like children have the the genes of their grandparents. Like, how is it possible if changes keep coming? Then how do like grandchildren have?
See, what is happening? What is happening? Some changes are there. If I talk about the 100%, only 20% or 10% changes are there. The remaining 80% are from your mother, from your father, from the grandparents they are from. Fine. So no problem. Fine. But what happened year then generation by generation, these changes, the percentage of that will keep on reducing. Right now, maybe it is 5%. Then when it goes to second person, might would become 10 or 12%. Then to third generation, it becomes 20%. So like this, slowly and gradually, what happened? The old things will disappear and the new things will be taking place. Understood? So that is how the formation is happening of the new species. So this is very, very important. And this is about the DNA replication, or how to make the exact copies of DNA in our body. So DNA plays a very, very important role. You might be knowing about that. The chromosomes, the DNAs, RNA, all those things are there. And this chapter, the whole chapter, see, we also cannot guess from this chapter, because each and every topic of this chapter is very, very, very important. The only difference is 1 year they will be asking for the male, the second year they ask for the female. 1 year they ask for the male diagram, year they ask for the female diagram. 1 year they ask for to draw the structure of a flower, the other year they ask you to write about the structure of flower. So like this, they are doing the things from the same topics. Fine. So nothing much changes are there in this chapter. Exactly the same topics you need to learn. So easily you can score in this chapter. It's very, very easy and scoring chapter. Okay. And this week you don't have the physics and chemistry class as per is on leave. Okay. So instead of that, yesterday I have arranged the maths class, right? Tomorrow also I will be arranging the maths class. Fine. And I think on Friday and Saturday, then again you will have the class, right? For the physics. Might be on Friday or Saturday, I will take. But I am not giving the surety. Might be on Friday and Saturday, I will take your physics class, because sir is on leave for the complete week. But tomorrow for sure, you have the maths class. So 2 maths classes are there tomorrow. One is at the science time, and the second one, as usual, at 7:10 to 7:50. Fine. And for Friday and Saturday, I will be confirming you on the same day only in the morning time. And if I have the class on Friday and Saturday, we will be doing the assertion reason questions related to the life process chapter. I hope you are doing in the school, right? Those assertion reason questions,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So we will be practicing almost like 40 to 60 questions of the assertion reason in the class, so that, because where you will be lagging behind is the assertion reason part only. Otherwise, easily in the MCQs you can score easily. You can score in the very short also. Okay, fine. Then we'll keep it on Friday rather than keeping it on Saturday. Okay. Fine, children. So, if
Test
anything, any
results.
doubt you have, yeah, tell me.
Test results.
Which test results?
Last test.
This Sunday.
Yes, sir.
This Sunday's test, actually, it is not checked. As sir is on leave, he is on leave for the complete week. So no one is there to check those papers. Okay. So these papers are on hold. Right. So might be once he come back on Saturday or maybe Sunday. Tell
Ma'am,
me.
is this chapter 3 coming for the board exam, ma'am?
Then for what reason we are studying this chapter then? If it is not coming in the board exam.
Okay, ma'am.
How yours? Okay. How is your? How Dhruti, your paper got checked?
What, ma'am?
Can I check the results?
No, nothing. Result of the Sunday's test. No, Riti, it is not done. It is not done because I am the person who is doing that, right? So I did not upload it because the physics and chemistry part is not checked yet. So it is not done. Fine. So a week time, it is on hold since he is not there. Once he come back, I'll ask him to do that. And if you want me to check it, I'll check it. But in that case, I cannot take guarantee that it will be like, full-fledged correct checking or not.
Ma'am, check it.
I can check it. The questions were not so complicated. I think they were easy also. So if you want, I can check it. If you want him to check it, let him come back and then check it.
Ma'am, I saw the 19th one.
Wow. Okay, Dhriti, fine. Okay, children, then we'll meet you on Friday maybe. Fine. Tomorrow, maths class, Aryan, okay? Open your ears and listen carefully. Aryan, Abhinav, tomorrow, maths class. 2 classes tomorrow you have for the maths. Okay, Kashvi, Tanaya, Moksha, Sumukh,
Yes, ma'am.
2 maths classes
Yes,
tomorrow.
ma'am.
And I heard yesterday you had 2 classes and all were present. That is a very good thing, children. 10 were present in the first session of the math and second session also 10 kids were present. So that is very good actually. And I heard like ma'am have started the new chapter because of that. It was a good strength. Or you really wanted to study, that is the reason?
Ma'am, ma'am, is chapter 3 easy, ma'am?
Which chapter
Ma'am, biology, ma'am.
3 you're talking about? Aryan, you are still on the chapters. You are still on the
Ma'am,
chapters.
it is
I
tough,
have
ma'am,
decided
the
I will be
drawing.
taking how to organism. No problem. No problem. No problem. We'll make it easy. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine, children. Then thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.